Fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Fire.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Go.
Mike 57, Mike 57. You can't block me. Go.
Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing Jones. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Back to throw. Jones under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8 from his linebacker spot. Vontaze Burfict with a sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, high 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
80 weapons. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Five.
Right there. 54.
Now Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, we're good. Side 85.
Jim.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third down.
Third down. 180. Later one.
I'm coming up.
From the gun, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
At the 43-yard line.
What down? 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Down. 180.
Mike 54. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll get this. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
54.
29. Here we go.
54. Come on. 54. Come on.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Coming up now on a second and 15 following that sack.
185.
Switch.
694. Express.
Now Carr. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Down.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Kill.
Express.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Chopper!
Watch the whip.
Go!
From the 31, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vontaze Burfict picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Ready.
50, Mike, 50. Here we go.
Smooth.
50, Mike, 50. Man, that's trash. Hey,
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
3 down.
2-jet bombers. 2-jet bombers.
Mike 50. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. 49. Check 49. Check.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hit it.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
At the 3-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Switch gears. Check 13. Check
A give, running right, Lindsey. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now. 180. Hey, we're good. 93. 93.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
Let's go, defense. That's it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Giants final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
It's just me and you. Check, 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 check. Ready?
Now Jones going to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Giants.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Switch, switch, switch. Hey, Sam on. Leo.
Safety's creeping.
Back to throw. Jones. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They're on 26-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second and goal, Jones, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Jones now going to throw on third and goal. That is caught inside the 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Darius Slayton, 42 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr going option right. He gives it up. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 24, check 24.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we're good.
Carr gives to Richard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And 6.
Down. Wide 85.
Here we go. Hey, watch it.
Express.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
You're mine. Express.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
I can't believe they even let you play. Let's 57.
Go. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's got 61. Max box, light. Step.
Jones throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Go. Look at me. Zipper.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now it's Barkley. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll buy some time right. This is Coleman with a grab. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Pick the edge. Go. Back.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down the away and bring up second down.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Check three. Switch. Now. Motion. Get it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
On the set. Watch out. Yep. Tie it up. Hey, exit. 3 down. Hurry up.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Get down. OP.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Watch out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Giants, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.